All right, welcome back to Shadow Shorts. It looks a little bit different today on Shadow Shorts because I'm on the road today. I'm in Boston, so a little different background and different environment here. And I'm joined today by my friend Jennifer Castenson. She is in Cincinnati, and Jennifer is the Vice President of Ambassador and Partner Programs at Buildxact. And um, like I said, Jennifer and I are friends. We've known each other for quite a while. And I know Jennifer to be focused on innovation in housing. So I asked her if she would come on today and talk to me about, or talk with me about sustainability, which I know something that's always on the top of her mind, but it's something that's top of mind right now. So first of all, Jennifer, welcome. Thanks for doing this. And let's talk sustainability and innovation in housing.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jeff. It's great to see you. And I feel like you should have a Boston accent for this show.
I will not even attempt it because I will butcher it, and I don't want to have anybody call me wicked stupid or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me, and I really appreciate what Shadow Ventures does to propel innovation in the space. And I think that KP Reddy and the team do a phenomenal job with that. And I know that I was able to speak at one of the conferences a couple of years ago, and it was on sustainability as well. So I'm excited to be back and be talking about the topic again.
Yeah, yeah, it's great to have you back. Like I said, we've been friends. There's a lot of relationships going on here, um, and important conversations. Right, you have focused on housing for a long time. We've had lots of conversations about housing, and not only, if we think about Shadow Ventures and some of the portfolio companies, or many of the portfolio companies at Shadow Ventures are focused somehow on sustainability, whatever that means in their niche, in their space. So when you think about sustainability in housing, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? What's top of the list? What's the hottest item? When you start thinking about sustainability as it applies to your space.
Yeah, so I would say that's what's top of my mind is energy
Mhm.
retrofits. So we have
Okay.
a lot of existing housing that needs to be brought up to the next level of
Mhm.
efficiency so that we
Okay.
meet our decarbonization goals as a country.
Okay. And when we think about that retrofit, and you're, I don't even know this. I'm in Boston, like I said. Most of the buildings here in Boston are older than the state of Indiana, where I live. So, um, they're obviously not up to any, or weren't built to any current codes, let alone thinking this far out into the future, 2023, 24, 25, and beyond. But we're building homes now that some some are looking that far into the future, some are not, but much of our existing housing stock is not. So when you think about energy retrofits, as you said, what are some steps that you're focusing on in order to head in that direction?
Sure. So we at Buildxact have actually created a partnership with the ABC Collaborative, which is the Advanced Building
Mhm.
Construction
Okay.
body of the United States Department of Energy. And they wrote, which will hopefully soon be released, a market guidance report that instructs the industry on how to do retrofits to bring housing up to zero carbon alignment. So and that report, it just has oodles of information, data about the existing homes. There are 40 million units, and what needs a mechanical swap out, what needs an envelope retrofit. So
Mhm.
there's so many different levels of intervention that different the existing housing stock will need. And the ABC Collaborative has put that into actually interactive graphics for the industry to dig into. But there's so much innovation that's happening in that space. If you look at where the startups are actually able to make an impact, is in the solar that can be then installed with heat pumps, with geothermal systems, with gray water systems, the energy monitoring. EV chargers, the batteries that exist in housing to store energy, and then grid revenue programs. So there's just lots of innovation happening in that space that will be just inspired or catalyzed by this Inflation Reduction Act, hopefully.
Oh, great. And when we were going back and forth and planning this conversation, that was one of the things that you talked about was what's the right way to say it? The uh, government intervention. Maybe that's probably not the right way to say it, but I think that is something that I've thought about for a long time. What does it take? Somebody asked me one time, how do you get people interested in green or sustainability, or how do you get someone to um, want to be green or sustainable? And to me, it's the same question: is how do you get your kids, maybe it's a toddler, to eat vegetables? It depends, right? But I think some really big um, some really big pushes in terms of business, the economy, et cetera, are going to be necessary to get people to move forward. So I'm interested to learn more about the ABC Collaborative. I'm going to grab a URL and pop it up here on the screen a little bit. But what does the partnership between Buildxact and ABC Collaborative look like?
Yeah, so we actually worked with them they created a retrofit design tool where a user can go in and put in 12 different things for their home. Um, that defines kind of what they would need in order to bring that home to zero carbon alignment. And it's just recommendations. And after you plug in these 12 things on what type of insulation, what type of windows, all these other components, where you are in the world, because your climate zone makes an impact. So after you put in those various components, it will give you the recommendations. Those recommendations will lead to our Buildxact software, where they feed into a bill of materials. So that bill of materials would a contractor would be able to execute on that bill of materials instead of having to translate those packages or the recommendation or the report from ABC Collaborative that is more than 200 pages. They don't have to go through that. It's kind of like hitting the easy button. They can understand where it is. And that's what contractors need right now. They don't have enough labor. They don't have enough resources. As soon as people start understanding the implications of the energy savings, when a lot of people are getting hit by so much inflation right now, they want to take advantage of those energy savings. They're going to be hiring to get some of those rebates and tax credits, and then save, in addition to save on their energy bill as well. So
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Not only is it catalyst, so you get the catalyst side, but then you've also got like you said, the easy button side,
yeah,
which I think is really important. Left to our own devices, how much research can we actually do, given the time and resources that we have? I dropped the URL in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. If you're one, it's a long one, but if you want to find out more about the ABC Collaborative, there it is. It's energy.gov/ERE/buildings/ABC hyphen collaborative. So check that out. Um, and so this is all about innovation, right? And I think what you're doing at Buildxact, not only in this partnership, which certainly is going to push and facilitate more innovation, but the software, the tools that you have created even outside of this partnership, I think are game changing, because, as you said, I mean, there's the I think the breadth of the contracting business, the contracting industry. Of course, there's a huge spectrum, everything from working off of my dashboard to multi-billion-dollar construction companies. And Buildxact has its place, has its niche in that spectrum somewhere. But I love what you're doing with the software there. Can you tell us just a little bit more about what Buildxact is, who it's for, what it does?
sure. Yeah, so Buildxact is a project management and or business development tool for custom home builders and contractors. And so it does everything from pre-design all the way to final invoice that a contractor can manage online. It has a sales component with CRM tools. Then it has timelines, scheduling, takeoffs, estimates, sending purchase orders. It connects directly to suppliers via an ERP for high fidelity information in terms of pricing, so they can manage their profits a little bit better as well, and especially in today's crazy market. So there's a lot of it's a basically for a builder or remodeler contractor who doesn't have the back end systems. Buildxact will do it all for them. So it becomes their business partner.
Nice, nice. It's a good tool, and this the I think the dashboard, if you will, or the integration with what's happening over at ABC Collaborative is again, it's game changing. Right? All of this is about managing business, doing all the things um, that allow you to do more of what you're good at, more of where your impact is really highest. So I love how all this is coming together.
Yeah, and so we're in the process too of integrating with some other industry leaders in terms of sustainability, and talking to Passive House Institute, some other groups that are doing the permitting process, some other groups that are automating rebates. So there's a lot of opportunity to make things easier and more convenient for the builder and the contractor to take advantage of what the federal government has put in place.
Yeah, that's good. That's especially for someone who's a big part of their role is partnerships. Every
Yeah,
time you bring up a new partnership, it's like it's
yeah,
that we're all on the same page. If you're out
absolutely.
there watching this and you want to learn more about what Jennifer is talking about, first of all, buildxact.com. The URL is in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen right now, and then I'm going to pop the um, ABC Collaborative URL back up on the screen real quickly. Go check out both of those places. Of course, you can connect with Jennifer on LinkedIn, where you're probably watching this video right now. And if you want more conversations like this, no promises today, but you may actually find Jennifer Castenson at Shadow Summit later this year in October in Atlanta. Shadowsummit.com is a place to find out more information. This will be the 7th annual Shadow Summit in Atlanta, Georgia, October 24th. That'll be our opening reception on the 24th, 25th, and 26th. And so I'm going to give you two sort of quotes here. KP Reddy, our CEO, has said that Shadow Summit will be a recap, a Cliff's Notes version of everything that's happened in terms of innovation in the built environment in 2023, as well as a preview of what you need to plan for and budget for in 2024. And so that's how KP summed up what Shadow Summit will be. And I think that's a great summary. And then someone else on our team said, the thing that really makes Shadow Summit different is that the conversations that we have are not superfluous conversations. They're not these high level conversations. We may dig into innovation and sustainability in housing, but we're going to really geek out on that conversation. We're going to really go deep. These are conversations where you really get into the weeds on these topics that we cover, the conversations that we cover. So if that sounds like something you want, shadowsummit.com is the place to go to find more information. We're rebuilding that website right now. So we'll be rolling out schedule information, speaker information very, very soon on that coming up. And like I said, connect with Jennifer Castenson on LinkedIn. Go to buildxact.com to learn more about Buildxact. And Jennifer, thank you so much for this short conversation. We could go on for a long time with this. I
Yeah,
would love to,
big
but it's called,
topic.
it
Yeah,
is a big topic, but it's called Shadow Short. So we've got to wrap it
yeah.
up.
Thanks, Jeff.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jennifer. I appreciate you. And thanks for this conversation and all the work that you're doing over there at Buildxact. And to you out there that's watching this, again, we'll be back. We do this every day, 15 minutes every weekday at noon Eastern. We'll be back tomorrow with another Shadow Short. So we'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody.
Amazing. Thanks.